A beautiful day here in Brighton for Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Boston College Eagles and the Duke University Blue Devils, as Duke looks for a sweep here on the weekend in ACC play. First pitch from Haley Papillon is just outside of the zone to Deanna Jennings. Duke with a 17-4 victory in Game 2 of the series. Game 1 of our doubleheader today, where they accumulated 16 hits and 17 runs. Jennings first at bat, ahead in the count, 2-0. It's been an offensive display here for the Blue Devils in this series this weekend.
Well, absolutely, Lewis. It's been very impressive to watch this Duke team hit up and down the lineup, getting contributions from pretty much everybody who's stepped into the box. And if you're Boston College, you're just searching for somebody to sort of give you an answer in the circle, somebody to be able to try to get some of these Duke hitters off balance and maybe give you some innings in the process. And so they turn to the veteran here, Haley Papillon, for the final game of the series to see if she can give them a spark.
Papillon bounces back with a strike. Just missing the zone there, 3-1, 61 miles per hour. Papillon has battled some injuries throughout her time here with the Eagles. The senior from Louisiana has worked back into the rotation here lately for Boston College. Three-1 from Papillon. That's going to be low and inside. It's a leadoff walk for Deanna Jennings. Walked back in Game 1 a pair of times. Actually, one time, then was pinch hit for by Aaliyah Terrell. So she's aboard. Let's take a look at the batting order here for the Blue Devils. Deanna Jennings, Amina Vega, Jessica Oakland. 2 home runs in Game 2, went 4 for 4. Tyrena Jones, Layla Lamar, KK Mathis. Gabriella Shattuck has been earning the start at catcher. Jayla Stafford and Adeline Matthews round out the batting order. Big swing and a miss here for Amina Vega.
That's been the story for Duke in the first 2 games of this series, has been the long ball. 4 home runs in Game 1. More home runs, 4 of them in the second game of the series as well. 3 3-run homers. 1 from Oakland, 1 from Vega, 1 from Shattuck. Those big bombs have blown both games open pretty early on.
Off speed in there for a strike from Papillon. Has really gone after Amina Vega here at the plate. Papillon with a 4.61 ERA. Comes in with a 1-2 record. 11 walks to 13 strikeouts this season. 0-2 is out of the zone.
And you mentioned the return for Papillon from the injury. Last weekend against Syracuse, the first time she has pitched in ACC competition. Made 2 appearances on the weekend.
As the 1-2, this one sat on by Vega, popped up and out of play. We'll do it again with a 1-2 count for Amina Vega.
It just brings a little bit of a different dimension on the pitching staff. She's really the only one who has, multiple college seasons under her belt. Really only 1 full year back in 2024, but she's the veteran of the group.
Fouled away by Vega. Papillon can mix pitches well. Rise, curveball, screwball, and a changeup. Can hit different locations at the plate.
I mean, the biggest asset is just the movement. Everything has movement on the end of it for Papillon. And again, I think the other thing she brings to the table here is just sort of her experience.
1-2, runner goes from first, throw from Patak. It's out of the glove of Espinoza. Good throw by Abby Patak, went right into the slide of Deanna Jennings, but Dennis Espinoza could not hold on the throw.
Well, half of the equation there for Papillon. You got the strikeout, don't get the throw out. But still, a big strikeout of Vega there for the first out of the inning.
Espinoza moving over to shortstop from second base here in Game 2. One upstairs. Now Jessica Oakland at the plate. That one fouled into the netting. Oakland, a 2-home run game. Went 4 for 4, reached twice against Kelly Colleran. Reached on a hit against McLeod, and then hit a home run against Sophia Bertarelli. There's a 1-1 count here at the plate.
Seems a little bit weird to say for the senior. This is her first appearance ever against Duke.
Papillon. 1-1. No one gonna miss again. Big lead from Deanna Jennings. She's kind of baiting Patak to get a throw down to second. Papillon falls behind 2-1.
Sort of think back the reason for that. The year she made her most appearances was 2024. The only game between the Blue Devils and Eagles that year was in the ACC Championship. And that was when Abby Dunning was on the run of her life.
Dunning, who pitched against Syracuse to earn the victory, to lead to that matchup against the Blue Devils. That one went 10 innings. Hard hit to left field, and forget it. This one's gone. It's a 3-home run day for Jessica Oakland. She gets her first of game 2 here in the doubleheader, and the Blue Devils are on top 2-0.
I think she hit that one to Oakland. I mean, that thing is across city lines.
Another absolute bomb by Jessica Oakland.
Left a little bit up over the middle of the plate, and even with the late movement from Papillon, Oakland's still able to just tag it.
#12th home run of the season for Jessica Oakland. She now joins the double-digit club. 2-0 lead, off speed in there for Papillon.
Just think about what a difference this kind of a weekend makes for Duke. You sort of looked at the lineup coming in, and you say, okay, you know there's some power at the top with Vega. Jones, obviously a big hitter. You saw what Oakland did in the game against Tennessee in the midweek, and she'll give you homers here and there, but maybe more of a gap hitter, doubles hitter. Lamar from that 5 spot, maybe more singles, speed, that kind of thing. Nope. There is power throughout this Duke lineup. You can't just worry about Jones and Vega and sort of forget about it. Oakland's shown she can hit the cover off the ball. Shattuck has been a tremendous find, I think, this weekend, and what she really does to lengthen the bottom half of that lineup for Duke. And then little Lamar showed off the power yesterday with a couple of solo shots. So, now all of a sudden, it's not just Virginia Tech and North Carolina, teams in the ACC that can bash the ball. This Duke team is right up there with the best of them.
Like I said, coming into the weekend, UNC had the top spot with 90. Duke was tied with Virginia Tech, and the Blue Devils having a bit of a home run derby here in Brighton this weekend. Another home run for Duke as Jessica Oakland puts them up 2-0. Conversation in the circle as Garrett Nickel comes out, the pitching coach for the Eagles, to have a conversation with the infielders and Haley Papillon and Abby Patak. Home runs for Vega, Oakland, and Shattuck. This one popped up. Bounces right over our broadcast booth. So staying alive at the plate, Tyrena Jones. 2-2 count to the third baseman. Jones coming over after 3 seasons at Purdue. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Jones retired on the strikeout. It's her 4th strikeout of the day. Struck out 3 times in game 1.
Just expecting something a little harder there. Papillon, again, with that late movement, had Jones fooled. A little bit of defensive shifting for BC for the final game of this series. As you mentioned, Espinoza takes over at short for DePerio. Caitlin DeGear, her first game in the field at second base. Outfield looks the same from the first game of the doubleheader, with Horn in left, Riddell in center, and Bunnell in right.
DeGear getting the start at second. Has been a pinch hitter and pinch runner for the Eagles throughout the year. Has gotten some play there at second base as well. The 0-1. Swung on and lifted to right. Bunnell in and makes the play in right field. And that's going to do it. But the Blue Devils strike first. 2-run home run by Jessica Oakland puts Duke on top here in Brighton. We go to the bottom of the first here on ACC Network Extra. For Duke over Boston College Eagles with their first at-bats. Sammy Horn, Emma Knight, and Abby Patak will get the order started for the Eagles. Fouled on by Sammy Horn. First pitch from Cassidy Curd. Take a look at the lineup here for the Eagles. Adriana Martinez, Janice Espinoza, who picked up the home run late in Game 2 of the series. Holly Paharic, Nicole Riddell, Caitlin DeGeer, and Carly Bunnell round out the order for the Eagles. Taking on Cassidy Curd, a senior. Another one fouled by Sammy Horn. Senior from Port Lucie, Florida, has been outstanding, 5th in the ACC in strikeouts this season.
Two-time All-ACC first team back in 2023-2024. It's been a little bit of an up and down year for Curd. But mostly good as of late. 3 earned runs allowed or less each of her last 3 appearances.
0-2 to Horn. Lays off the high pitch. 66 miles per hour from Curd.
And the big challenge here for BC is this is going to be the most velocity they've seen all weekend. So it's just a little bit different when you've, dealt with low to mid 60s. Now you're dealing with upper 60s. And you can see even on that foul ball, Horn just barely getting a piece of it with a late swing.
For batters now, it's just about adjusting the timing, knowing that release is coming with some velocity. Another one in the 60s for Cassidy Curd. 15 wins, tied for first in the ACC. Second in program history of 46 career wins. This one again fouled away by Horn. She's seeing pitches and making contact, but just a bit late.
You'd say ordinarily she's doing a good job of trying to elevate the pitch count, but Curd threw 124 against Tennessee on Tuesday, or Wednesday. I don't think pitch count's necessarily an issue for Curd.
Outstanding against the Vols. They're in the midweek. The 1-2. In there for called strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Cassidy Curd. 102 on the season now.
Yeah, she can pile them up in a hurry. Had been largely staying up in the zone to Horn. This one right in at the knee. Flattened it out a little bit, and Horn frozen.
You can see the scouting report for Cassidy Curd, upper 60s, can hammer it up in the zone, especially with that rise ball. She wants you to go chase, and we've seen that a couple of times here today. Can utilize the curve, but curve and rise, it's her combo, go-to, and it has paid off for the senior this season.
It just feels like another of these situations that BC's faced through the first 2 games where you just are looking for a quick response. after Duke scores to open the game.
Emma Knight takes a first pitch strike from Cassidy Curd. Knight, the freshman from Texas, 321 batting average, inside the top 10 in single season home runs for the Eagles, now at 11, 8th all time. 0-1, upstairs. With the velocity of that rise, it just makes it so hard to lay off of.
Well, that one significantly up and out of the zone, but it's when you get it to be sort of letter to eye high. Those are the tough ones.
1-1 count to Emma Knight. That one drops below 2-1. Knight, a pair of singles in game 2. Came around to score. The Eagles put up 4. 17-4 final in game 2. The 2-1. Hard hit to left field. Emma Knight got a good piece of this one, and it is off the scoreboard. Emma Knight goes yard here in Brighton. Picks up her 12th home run of the season.
Well, that's much needed for Boston College. Again, you go back over the first 2 games of this series, Duke scoring in the top half of the first inning in each. And Boston College had opportunities to score in the bottom half, but did not. Today, Emma Knight comes through big with a blast. Feels like she has answered the call more often than not this season for the Eagles. Definitely a huge bright spot in the future of this program.
Good piece of contact for Emma Knight. Puts the Eagles on the board. 2-1 here in Brighton, and now Abby Patak comes to the plate. Patak, the sophomore from Alvin, Texas, now getting some time as catcher here for Boston College after Hannah Slight graduated. This one hard hit into the gap. On the run is Jennings, and able to make the play in left center. Another hard hit ball, this time right to Deanna Jennings.
Yeah, the problem is Jennings covers so much ground out there. A good contact from Patak, but you know, unless it's dropping quickly into a gap, it's probably not going to get by Jennings or Matthews if it kind of hangs up in the air at all.
Now Adriana Martinez comes to the plate. A couple of late hits in both game 1 and game 2 of the series. 2 outs, nobody on for Martinez. Fouls this one back.
She's on a little mini run with the power bat as well. Again, home runs each of the last 3 ACC series. Would like to keep that going, but we'll need a long ball here in the 3rd game.
Sophomore from Georgia. 7 home runs on the year now for Martinez. Curd with the 0-1. 0-1 high and tight. 1-1 the count to Martinez. Had 3 hits against UConn in the midweek a couple weeks ago, able to lay off of that one. Trying to extend her hit streak here to 7 games. That's low and outside, 3-1. It started in that midweek contest against the Huskies. Went 3 for 4 against UConn. Three 1 from Curd. That one outside. 2-out walk for Adriana Martinez, and that brings up Janice Espinoza.
Well, recently, Espinoza's done a good job of turning BC's big 3 into a big 4 in terms of the batting lineup. Hits in each game of the Syracuse series, some very impactful ones as well. Big single in the Sunday come from behind win last weekend. Had the home run.
Hard hit past the second baseman as this one goes into center field. Martinez all the way to third base as Espinoza delivers here in the first inning. Eagles have him at the corners with 2 outs.
There you go. Another timely hit from Espinoza. Felt like Curd was going to attack her right away, got something to hit, and just drove it through the infield. And off to the right side, Martinez thinking third base all the way. So able to get there without issue. And big opportunity here for Holly Paharic, who is certainly taking her game to a little bit of another level this weekend.
Talked about Curd and her pitch count. 124 pitches sounds like a lot. She followed that up with had followed that up after 112 pitches against UNC.
Which was her third appearance of the series, by the way.
And her season high in pitch count was 138 against UCLA.
I mean, if you just want to go back through the last weekend, between last Friday and coming into today, she had thrown over 300 pitches. So you can understand Duke wanting to build in a little bit of a break for her.
And there for her first pitch strike to Holly Paharic. It's really swung a great bat for the Eagles. Paharic, a pair of doubles in the series against the Blue Devils. Freshman from Hopkinton, Massachusetts. The 0-1, just off the plate. Are going to be a difficult time to get back home on Monday for Paharic?
Either that, or if you go home tomorrow, you're staying home Monday.
That's fair.
Unless you're going out to be a spectator, I suppose.
Marathon starts in Hopkinton as this one's low and outside. A 2-1 to Paharic and makes its way through the surrounding neighborhoods in Greater Boston and finds its way through Newton, past the Newton campus of Boston College and down Commonwealth Ave. A 2-1. Hard hit to the right side. Vega fields it, throws to first. That's going to do it to end the bottom of the first inning, but the Eagles get on the board. Emma Knight, with her 12th home run of the season, cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1. Duke ahead of Boston College. Knight finding daylight here for the Eagles. We'll come back to Brighton for the top of the second. One lead for the 14th ranked Duke Blue Devils here in Brighton. Try to complete the sweep over the Boston College Eagles. Haley Papillon back into the circle. She'll have KK Mathis, Gabriella Shattuck, and Jayla Stafford do up this inning for Duke. First pitch, a strike to Mathis. Their excellent game in game 2 for Mathis. Reached 3 times. Scored once. Amounts scored twice in that matchup. A 1-1 count here to Mathis. You talked about the power that Duke brings, Ben, and this is just a consistent hitter in KK Mathis that does it all. Takes a strike here, 1-2.
But you know, she's got a power element to her game as well. It hasn't necessarily been on display this weekend, but 7 home runs on the year, hit double digits each of her first 2 years. At James Madison, 22 home runs before coming to Duke a year ago.
A 1-2 off the plate by Papillon. It's going to even it up at 2-2.
Well, this is a big inning for Papillon here. You know, you obviously gave up 2 in the first. DC got 1 back. So now it's your job to keep it where it is.
A 2-2 on its way to Mathis. Low and outside again. We're trying to establish that outside part of the plate, try to get a swing and miss against Mathis, but we've talked about the plate discipline for the Blue Devils. They have been outstanding this season with just not chasing pitches out of the zone.
Yeah, and it's tough because such a team with a good batter's eye, you know, the successful recipe for pitchers would be to pitch to contact, but when that's happened, it's gone over the fence.
Leadoff walk for KK Mathis, and it brings up Gabriella Shattuck. And she had herself quite the game in game 2. Shattuck reaching with a pair of doubles and then a home run. And she sends this one over the fence, really earning her role here as catcher for the Blue Devils.
Again, you'd think hard to supplant a player like Kyrie Rodriguez, but if you got a talented young player who's going to come out and bash the ball all over the field and handle the pitchers well also, you know, there's not too many issues that Shattuck's had behind the plate.
This one on a line to right field, caught on the run by Nicole Riddell. Makes the play on the warning track in dead center. Another great piece of hitting by Shattuck, but right to Riddell in center.
Well, not far from where she hit a gapper in the first game of the doubleheader, but this one just hangs up a little bit. And even though it's got a rocket strap to it, Riddell makes a great read, gets back on it early. Seeing her outfield defense at an exceptional level for a young player.
Good movement on that pitch by Papillon as that one tails back over the plate. Jumps ahead of Jayla Stafford, the first baseman and freshman from San Diego, California. Stafford with 2 home runs, batting just shy of 300 on the season. 12 RBIs. Off the plate by Papillon, now 1-1. You had mentioned the senior Haley Papillon not making an appearance last year as a junior. Had her first full season as a sophomore back in 2024. Holding opponents to a .203 batting average. 1-1. Off speed. Just misses inside. Papillon a little wonder of where that one missed. Anytime a pitcher tilts their head, that's always an indicator of,
It's the old, you sure about that?
2-1. That one fouled out of play. It's a great crowd here in Brighton. You had mentioned the doubleheader here today. It's a doubleheader as Boston College baseball taking on Duke on the other side of Harrington Athletics Village, and the crowd for both teams, supporters for Duke and Boston College, coming out even with the colder temperatures here today. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Papillon has her 3rd strikeout. Big one of Jayla Stafford.
Well, went back to that same pitch that she thought should have been a strike earlier in the count. And Stafford, even though she tries to kind of wait it out, still ends up being in front of it. That ball just is not really a knuckler, but it just kind of hangs out there and says, hit me if you can.
Goes right back to it. Here on the first pitch to Adeline Matthews.
It's like it has a mind of its own.
The old knuckle puck from the Mighty Ducks, but softball version.
Right.
Tallahassee product, freshman. Really contributed at the bottom of the order as well. .319 batting average, 4 home runs for Matthews. A 1-0. Off speed again by Papillon, that time at 49 miles per hour.
It's kind of interesting to contrast or compare the bottom third for both teams' sort of regular lineups coming in, right? Because both utilize freshmen for their 7, 8, 9 hitters for the most part coming in.
2-0 upstairs, now 3-0.
You know, for Duke, it's obviously to get some of those players some experience, but also it tells you that the level that they can contribute at. Shattuck, Stafford, and Matthews have all been, you know, right around 300 for most of the year. They have some pop in the bat. For Boston College, it's been Baharic and Riddell and DePerio and trying to get their feet wet at the college level.
Papillon bounces back with a strike. 12-2 victory in game one, with Irina Jones setting the RBI record for a single season. There was a pair of home runs for Jessica Oakland, added another one here. And laying off the pitch is Matthews. It's going to be another walk for Papillon. So 2 on with 2 outs, and the top of the order coming back around for the Blue Devils. First pitch to Jennings in there for a strike. Walked in her first plate appearance. Stole a base. Came around to score on the home run by Jessica Oakland. Papillon gets set. Ahead in the count 0-1. Off speed stays above the letters of Jennings. Now 1-1. Deanna Jennings doing it all for Duke. These are her ranks in the program. All-time hits leader for the Blue Devils. A .424 batting average, is 11th in the ACC and has scored 55 runs there at the top of the order. Mathis at second, Matthews at first. 1-1 to Jennings, big swing and a miss. Papillon ahead of the count, 1-2.
A little wild to think she doesn't have a hit yet in this series. She's walked 4 times. 5 times now. So maybe part of that's by design, that they haven't given her all that much to hit.
And such a dangerous hitter throughout her career. 2-time All-Region selection, lays off that one. Just misses the plate.
Yeah, Papillon again. You know, as a pitcher, sometimes you want to control your emotions. I think Papillon's having a hard time holding back from letting her feelings be known.
That one was right on the edge. Jennings takes it, makes it a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Stayed back on that one, able to fight it off. It's going to be one of the things that Papillon's going to have to work through here with the second time seeing the order. And get those message relays to the hitters that, hey, just got to sit back on it, wait for it. Another 2-2. That one hit towards right. It's going to find some grass as DeGeer cannot make the basket catch. Gets it into second as Espinoza will look Jennings back to first base. Scoring from second was KK Mathis. All the way to third is Adeline Matthews. 3-1 lead for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, just a bad break there for Papillon. Soft contact, but with the infield pinching in, DeGeer has a long way to go and obviously can't track that over her head. Bunnell too far out to be able to get in and make a play. So the ball finds a home in no man's land.
2 outs, steal goes, it's off the glove of Espinoza. Now the run will come in from third as Matthews able to get in safely. And now sliding to third safely is Jennings, taking advantage of the throw home. Blue Devils getting aggressive on the base paths. Get 2 more.
That's an element of the Duke game I don't think we'd really seen as much yet. Talked about them being sort of a high efficiency running team and only been caught a couple times all year.
In there for a strike.
But anytime you get runners at first and third, especially with, you know, the level of runner of Matthews and Jennings, that's when you got to be cautious of a double steal attempt. And Patak electing to throw all the way through there. If you are going to do that, it's got to be perfect. because you know that runner from third's coming.
That's hard off of the glove of Emma Knight at first. Vega turns. The run's going to come in as Jennings easily scores from third base. 3 runs here in the second inning, and now the Blue Devils lead it 5-1.
That's what Duca does. It's what they've done all weekend. You give them an inch, they take a mile. This time it's the walks that come back to bite Papillon.
And now the dangerous Jessica Oakland. 3 home runs on the series. Takes the first pitch high and outside. Mathis has scored, Matthews has scored, and now Jennings. Oakland with a 2-run home run in the first to give Duke the lead. Takes a strike here as Papillon goes back to that spot, a little closer to the plate this time. So a 1-1 count here to Jessica Oakland. Lays off that one as Papillon fires it in at 62 miles per hour. First 2 home run game of the season for Oakland. Hit a big home run against Tennessee in the midweek. 2-1. Hard hit and off the glove of Paharic at third. A couple of hard hit balls right at the infielders. And 2 on with 2 outs. It's going to bring up Tyrena Jones.
Papillon doing her best to try to, again, pitch to the defense, pitch to the contact. But again, these Duke hitters so good at squaring the ball up. And again, Paharic doing her best there, has to lay out just to knock it down.
Tyrena Jones struck out in the first. Hits this one on a line to Espinoza. And that's going to end the inning. The Blue Devils score 3 here in the top of the second inning. They lead it 5-1 over Boston College here on ACC Network Extra. Where dreams come true in Oklahoma City. Women's College World Series will soon be upon us. Blue Devils try to be one of the teams in the mix. Try to go for a sweep here on the road in Boston against the Boston College Eagles. Cassidy Curd in the circle for inning number 2. First pitch to Nicole Riddell inside for a ball. Riddell, the freshman from Riverside, California. Another one of the freshmen who's earned some playing time for the Eagles and has really shined in the field as this one's fouled out of play. Diving catches, cannon of her arm to get some outs at home. She has shown it all.
Riddell had that nice track down to the fly ball from Shattuck in the top half of the inning. Sorry, throw out a runner at home in the series. Starting to do some things with the bat as well. Was among the team leaders in strikeouts earlier in the year, but feels like she's starting to get more comfortable at the plate.
Graduate of Hillcrest High School, CIF champion in 2022. 1-2 off the plate. It's going to even it up at 2-2. Over 4 seasons, held a .396 batting average and .469 average in her senior season. Picked up 146 hits, 24 home runs throughout her career. The 2-2, hit right up the middle, right to the glove of Oakland. On the run, stretch at first, got the out.
Dang.
What a play by Jessica Oakland. And they're gonna come together at first base. First base umpire Charles McManus called the out. We'll bring in Dustin Holton and Jose Chaparro.
Yeah, you wonder if the home plate umpire had a better look at maybe Stafford's foot coming off the bag.
Stafford tried to keep that foot on the bag. We'll take another look.
That ball just sticks for Oakland. Slide off here on the reach. Yep, right there. Good job by the umpires there communicating.
Eagles wish that happened last weekend. Showing bunt is DeGear. It gets away. Now going to second is Riddell. Able to get over to second easily. No throw from Shattuck as it gets away from the catcher.
Again, vital that Boston College come up with a response here. I think tough to ask any team to kind of go bat for bat with this Duke team, but still have to do what you can. Try to give your pitchers some confidence.
Caitlin DeGear, the junior from Atlanta, Georgia. Gonna show bunt here on both pitches from Curd, but both have missed the zone. 2-0 count to DeGear. Shows bunt again, that time made contact.
Yeah, I mean, I think now with Riddell already at second, thanks to the wild pitch, you probably keep the bunt on at least all the way until you get to 2 strikes and maybe even with 2 strikes.
Trying to get the runner in over to third base. 2-1. Out of the zone, now 3-1. First at bats for DeGear. Since the series against Syracuse, had 1 at bat. 3-1, bunted right to Curd. Play over to first base, it's bounced over to Stafford, able to pick it up on 1 hop. Gets the job done as Riddell goes over to third base.
Now batting for the Eagles is number 12,
Carly Bunnell comes to the plate. The runner at third base. 0 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Takes a first pitch strike.
You can't try to do too much here if you're Bunnell. Just trying to serve one back up the middle. Medium outfield if you can. Even a high chopper probably enough to draw Riddell home.
Curd ahead 0-1. Going upstairs.
Interesting that Duke brings the infield in. Maybe in an effort to even just prevent that run from scoring even on a routine ground ball.
6 hits and 31 at-bats for Bunnell. Grounded up the middle, chopped and into the outfield. It's going to score Riddell from third. And Carly Bunnell has the RBI on the base hit. Her second RBI of the season.
Exactly what you wanted to do. Just serve it up the middle. Time it up, go right back up the gut.
Brings back the top of the order for Boston College. Good piece of hitting for Bunnell.
Yeah, again, it's all about the timing and getting the bat through the zone at the right moment to put it back up the middle. And with that infield drawn in, there was no chance anybody was going to be able to make a play on that ball.
Sammy Horn with 5 infielders shows bunt with the runner at first base.
And now it's a situation where instead of looking to sacrifice, Horn's probably more likely attempting to bunt for a hit.
Jones creeps in, so does Jayla Stafford at first base. 0-1, this one slicing to the left field and caught. Coming in was Lamar. So they move her from right to left to bring in the extra infielder, and Lamar doesn't miss a beat.
Again, perfect defensive alignment to deal with the slap hitter. Now Lamar playing all the way in. You think even if she's playing anywhere close to where a normal left fielder would play, that ball gets down inside the line, probably jumps into foul ground, probably ends up being a double.
Brings up Emma Knight, who took Cassidy Curd yard in the first inning. Solo shot put the Eagles on the board in the bottom of the first. A 5-2 lead for Duke. Inside on Knight, now 2-0. "12 home runs for Emma Knight, leads the team. 2-0, off the plate, low and outside. That goes back to the theme we were talking about earlier about staying away from the strike zone with Knight. Curd finding out the hard way. 3-0 pitch here tonight. Takes a strike.
Consider maybe giving her the green light there, but it looked like she was not thinking about swinging.
But now over at first base. A run already across here in the bottom of the second inning for the Eagles. This one hit to the opposite side, finding the wall in right, bounces to the wall. And Bunnell getting the wave around. She will score. It's an RBI double for Emma Knight.
Well, once again, the fantastic freshman answers the call. In these situations where BC has needed answers, Emma Knight coming up big once again. The home run in the first, this time going the opposite way. Not quite enough underneath it to drive it over the wall, but plenty of room out there in that gap in right center field. And you knew Bunnell had the wheels to get all the way around from first. And well, now you've got Patek and Martinez, and well, if they can do their job, you're gonna be within an eyelash of tying this one up.
5-3 lead for Duke as the Eagles have scored 2 here in the bottom of the second. Got the deficit to just 2 runs.
And we wondered if that little 4-run burst at the end of the first game of the doubleheader, even though it, didn't mean much except for a change in the final score line, would transition into some more confidence at the plate here in game 3, and I think it has.
Brings up Abby Patak. Had a couple of big moments in game 2 with runners on, just could not get the clutch hit for the Eagles. Has another opportunity here with the runner at second and 2 outs. Takes the first pitch strike from Curd.
Well, was retired her first time up, but at least, got a good piece of the ball. You're just looking for solid contact again here.
This one hit to left field. It bounces into the glove of Matthews. It takes her to the warning track, but Emma Knight going to score all the way from second, and the Eagles in business here in the bottom of the second inning.
There you go, solid contact right on cue from Patak. Matthews does a really good job playing this one, holding Patak to a single. More often than not, you see that ball get all the way into the corner and it go for extra bases. So in that sense, Matthews does a good job with this, but again, once that lands in, Knight's coming around to score, and I think it's going to be an early exit here for Curd.
It's going to lead to a pitching change as the Eagles have gotten to Cassidy Curd. 4 runs, 6 hits. in an inning and 2/3. And that's going to bring in Larissa Jaquez, the junior. We'll tell you about Jaquez when we come back here to Brighton. 5-4 game in the bottom of the second. Early day for Cassidy Curd as she gives up 4 runs on 6 hits, still responsible for Abby Patak at first base. And it makes way for Larissa Jaquez, making her second appearance of the weekend. Transfer from Incarnate Word and a product from Texas. 3-4 record, 4.78 ERA, 43 strikeouts to 32 walks. Works in that changeup, good swing and miss stuff with the rise ball, and can mix in that screw, changeup, curve, and rise with batters at the plate. Big swing and a miss for Adriana Martinez, who walked in her first plate appearance against Curd. One of 2 runners left stranded to end that first inning. 5-4 lead for Duke. Patak over at first. Martinez lays off the high pitch.
Shortest start for Curd in a month. Have to go back to March 20th on the road at Georgia Tech. She only went an inning, gave up 7 runs on 3 hits.
This one hit high and foul into the bullpen of the Eagles. 1-2.
And that, probably have to go back and look at the box score just by judging by her line. Feels like that might have been a bit of a mistake-fueled one for Duke. Again, 7 runs, 3 hits, but she only walked 1. So errors might have been a factor there.
Off the plate on Martinez. And we had talked about it throughout the weekend that maybe it's a weekend where you do give Curd a day off or a weekend off, especially after the large amount of work against UNC and then following that up with the midweek against Tennessee. 2-2. Fouled back.
Yeah, I mean, look, as much conversation as there is about pitchers in softball and their ability to, churn up innings and pitches, and, there's not as much wear and tear as you might think, when compared to pitchers in baseball who throw 80, 90, 100 pitches. It's still wear and tear. It's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of high leverage situations.
2-2 is driven to left field. Martinez got a lot of this one. It's gone! Adriana Martinez gives Boston College the lead. 6-5 Eagles. Eighth home run of the season for Adriana Martinez.
My goodness, just tags it. Again, loves to stay back in the box, and that ball just comes back over the outside part of the plate, up in the zone. And with that late swing, Martinez yanks it out toward the shed in left field. How about BC showing that Duke may not be the only team with a little pop in the bat this weekend.
Grounder to third. Jones over to first as Espinoza grounds out. That's going to do it to end the second inning, but Boston College puts 5 on the board in the bottom of the second. They come all the way back to take a 6-5 lead going into the third. ourselves a game here in Brighton. 6-5 Boston College over the 14th ranked Blue Devils of Duke. Take a look back at Layla Lamar and the big blast that she has provided for Duke during this series. 2-home run day in game 1 against the Eagles to help Duke to a 12-2 victory against Boston College.
Right now, home runs are the story of the series. Whoever's hitting them is winning games.
Lamar, a 3-for-3 day in game 2 of the series, game 1 of our doubleheader. Flew out to right field. Her first at-bat in the first inning. That one in the dirt.
You wondered how much leash Papillon would have for a couple of reasons. First off, this Duke team has been rough on BC pitching all weekend, and so, Eagles have not lasted long for many outings in the circle. But the other part of it is just, again, making her way back from injury. Had not made an appearance in ACC action until last weekend, and that was her first appearance in almost a month.
Draw a conversation here with Abby Patak after falling behind 3-0 to Layla Lamar. Walks were what hurt Boston College in the second inning. Blue Devils able to get 3 runs on 3 hits. Papillon with a pair of walks, both of those walks coming in to score. Trying to provide some depth for the Eagles' rotation. 4-pitch walk to Layla Lamar, and she's aboard.
I would expect a visit soon, if not a change. Again, outside of an early season start against Penn State, Papillon really hasn't just been able to give the Eagles a long outing.
Goes upstairs to now 5 straight that have missed the zone from Papillon. Eagles did have action in the bullpen to start the inning, and Alex Rossi and Bailey Konjorski. Looks like Emily Van Cleef will join them warming in the bullpen. Again, missing low and outside.
Yeah, not sure where that one was.
There's Konjorski and Emily Van Cleef, the freshman.
Van Cleef, I think, is really the only regular arm who has not yet thrown in the series for BC.
2-0.
And I mean, at this point in game 3, you got a lead. I think you're pretty much throwing everything against the wall if you're Beth Kreisig to try to keep this game within reach and prevent Duke from having another monster inning.
Leadoff walk to Layla Lamar. This one misses. Now 8 straight that have missed the zone by Papillon. And 2 aboard with no outs, and Gabriella Shattuck coming to the plate.
Yeah, it's now over 60 pitches for Papillon. It's the second most she's thrown in an outing this year, so I think it's just a combination of things, and I'm not surprised that this is it for her.
So Papillon's day is going to be done after a pair of walks here to start the 3rd inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming out for the Eagles when we come back. since February 12th, but has 2 runners aboard and her day is done after 5 runs, 4 hits, and now a pair of walks here in the third. Eagles will call on Emily Van Cleef, a freshman from Hopewell, New Jersey. 5-4 record, 4.68 ERA. 31 walks to 14 strikeouts for Van Cleef. A little bit lower velocity, low to mid 60s. Ground ball pitcher. Can use the rise, drop ball curve, and screw.
Yeah, the big thing for Van Cleef is she's got to be around the zone. You know, there have been times this year where she just hasn't been able to be around the plate. And when those have happened, innings have gotten kind of ugly for the freshman. So has to find a way to attack here. And, you know, that's in some ways playing right into Duke's hands. But you have to be confident pitching a contact and hoping that your defense will be able to make plays.
Van Cleef, we mentioned a ground ball pitcher. Runners at ground ball pitcher hoping for an opportunity here for a double play.
Shattuck's one of those who can take pitches low in the zone and drive them. It's the case with her home run yesterday.
Nine straight balls from the Eagles pitchers. This one's fouled as Shattuck over the top of it.
Only one appearance for Van Cleef. It came in a start last Friday against Syracuse. Gonna give Van Cleef a pitch violation there? No, time clock violation, so negate the foul ball. It's 2-0.
That one, hard hit to center. Riddell watches it bounce in front. Late jump for Lamar, and off of the glove of Paharic. Would have been a good out for Riddell after Lamar was hung up, but it will be bases loaded after the hit from Gabriella Shattuck.
Yeah, just had to wait to see how much that ball would sit up, and obviously Riddell had to line up pretty deep in center field with Shattuck at the plate. You're trying to avoid giving up anything in the gap for extra bases, so that's going to give up a little bit more of the shallow part of the outfield. Shattuck able to stay behind it.
First pitch low, here to Jayla Stafford.
Well, now you're really in a bind if you're Van Cleef again. You just want it out here no matter how it happens. If you have to concede a run to do it, so be it, but you'll exchange it out for anything.
Stafford struck out against Papillon, hits this one the opposite way. Bunnell makes the catch in right field, tagging as Lamar. Throw is not in time. Dancing over to third base is KK Mathis. Another run in, and we're all tied at 6-6 here in the third.
You'll take it. You'll take it if you're Van Cleef in that spot. You get it out. That's the most important thing. That was a pretty good throw. No, if not for someone as fast as Layla Lamar, probably would have been a play on at the plate there. Now, maybe if that throw goes through to third, there might have even been a play on Mathis.
Madeline Matthews comes to the plate, walked in her first plate appearance, came around to score. Runners at the corners with one out. Shattuck at first base. We'll see if Duke decides to do a double steal or try to get the runner at first to get the throw from Patak. Inside again.
And this is obviously kind of a big what if, and it may not matter in the end, but knowing where Papillon's pitch count was going into the inning, I can understand bringing her back, especially after the big inning at the plate that BC had. You try to get a little more out of her. But you had to know the change was coming soon, and to give up 2 walks before making the move may have been just a little bit late.
Grounder the third, Paharic fields it, fires to first. Kept an eye on Mathis there at third base. But Mathis stays put. Shattuck does move over to second. Another great play by Holly Paharic.
Yeah, take it again. exactly what you want if you're Van Cleef. You get a tailor-made ground ball. Beharick is able to keep the runner in place at third. Makes a solid throw across and plenty of time to get Matthews. And now you're one good pitch from getting out of the jam.
Deanna Jennings picked up her first hit last time up. RBI single. A couple of stolen bases for Jennings today.
And as much as we've said that, Lewis, about your one good pitch from getting out of the jam for BC pitchers, this is where Duke has thrived in terms of, these are also their opportunities to put up a crooked number, and they've taken advantage at every turn this weekend.
Able to score against the Eagles almost every inning in the series. Grounded chopper towards Van Cleef. Doesn't have a play, but also prevents a run from going in as this one was grounded right in front of Patak and Van Cleef. So the runners stay at bay. Infield single for Deanna Jennings.
Yeah, by the time Van Cleef gets to this ball, there's no play to be made. Nothing you can do about that. Jennings just too speedy. Pinch runner coming in for Shattuck. Looks like London Collins.
London Collins will go over to second base for Shattuck. Bases loaded for Amina Vega.
If you're Van Cleef, you can't get hung up on that ball. I mean, it was not a well-hit ball. But some solace in that, just hitting a tough spot.
All-region selection a year ago was Vega. ACC Defensive Player of the Year back in 2024, three-time All-ACC first-team selection.
She's going to be in attack mode here, too. Van Cleef doesn't have the benefit of being able to kind of work around the zone.
Good stop by Patak as that one's in the dirt. 1-1.
Certainly can't afford a wild pitch.
A little late on that one, fouled out of play. ACC Player of the Week. Coming into today, you see some of her numbers. 69 hits, 38 extra base hits, 70 total runs scored, and 138 total bases on the year. That one got a piece of Vega. That one hurt. You can see her kind of grimacing on her way down to first base. Duke will take the lead on the hit batter. Now the attention is on Amina Vega, making sure she's all right.
Holding that right wrist, and it's always a scary notion for a batter. Wrist's obviously such a sensitive area. Like it may have caught the elbow guard on that replay. Maybe just sort of one of those nerve things coming down the arm. Obviously, if you're Duke, you want to secure the sweep and want to get everybody out of here healthy. Hard to say whether the schedule will benefit the Blue Devils or not. I think we'll only find out in hindsight because they wrap up ACC play next weekend. They finish before everybody else, and they're going to have almost 2 full weeks off before the ACC championship begins. And so that's a lot of rest time, but that's also a lot of time to just sit and you're only practicing. You're not getting live reps. I mean, I'm sure they'll try and bring another team in whose season is over, maybe for, sort of a practice game, if you will. But that's a long, long break the Blue Devils are going to have from next weekend's Clemson series before the ACC championship begins.
ACC tournament begins on May 6th. May 6th through the 9th.
And then if they are the 1 seed, by the way, you're watching even more before you get on the field.
Still checking on Amina Vega there at first base. On the replay, it looked like it hit off that guard and then kind of skims the fingertips. Good round of applause for Vega, who's all right there at first base. So bases loaded for Jessica Oakland. You said it's an inning where Duke can put up a crooked number. They have who they want at the plate in Oakland.
With Mathis scoring, by the way, that closes the book on Papillon. 7 earned runs over 2+ innings.
First pitch, Oakland hits this one, and getting out of the way at second base was Jennings. Little matrix move, and she's still gonna get home. 2-run double for Jessica Oakland, and she adds to our RBI total here today. Blue Devils jump in front 9-6 here in the third inning.
Oakland's just been tearing the cover off the softball. 2 home runs in the early part of the doubleheader. And now is going to threaten for the cycle maybe here in the second game. The homer, the single, the double over the first 3 innings.
This one, first pitch fouled. Collins comes in. Jennings, excellent move, comes in from second. And now Vega over at third with Oakland standing at second. Another inning where 9 batters come. Patak trying to play it off the backstop, but easily coming in is Vega. So just like that, Duke gave up the lead in the bottom of the second inning, giving up the 5 spot to Boston College. Now has a 5 spot of their own here in the top of the third to regain a 4-run lead.
It doesn't matter who BC has put in the circle. This Duke team has found a way to square up pitches.
Tyrena Jones, one of 2 Blue Devils who have not reached base today. It's Jones and Stafford. 2-1 count. Patak will call for time as Beth Kreisik will come out with the card. Looks like we'll get a change here. 2-1 count to Tyrena Jones. And the Eagles will make a change in the circle. We'll come back to Brighton. A 10-6 lead for Duke here on ACC Network Extra. Back in Brighton, Bailey Konjorski will be the new pitcher for Boston College. The sophomore got the start in game 1. A 2-10 record, 5.73 ERA, and 70 1/3 innings pitched, 30 walks to 30 strikeouts for Konjorski, making her 23rd appearance of the season. Comes in mid-count against Tyrena Jones. 2-1 count at the plate to Jones with Jessica Oakland standing over at third base.
And she was the other one alongside Van Cleef and Rossi, who had been getting loose at the beginning of the inning.
First pitch, a strike. 2-2 now the count to Tyrena Jones. This one hard hit to center. On the run is Riddell, just out of reach. It's going to be another RBI for Jones, who slides into second safely. Good piece of hitting for Jones, adds to her RBI total on the weekend.
A bit of a frustrating start to the day for Jones. Struck out 3 times. This time able to keep it in play and out of the reach of Riddell. Jones set the program record with a 4 RBI day yesterday. Just gonna pile on that record now.
Layla Lamar has her second at-bat of the 3rd inning. Started the inning off with a walk, came around to score. A lot of this damage coming with 2 outs. That one low on Lamar.
Yeah, just to go back to Van Cleef, I mean, again, came in a really tough spot, bases loaded, and got the 2 outs to sort of have an opportunity to limit the damage. But again, feels like that's when Duke has really been able to lock in and extend innings and pile on runs. And, you know, it happened that it was right back at the top of the order, and so it was Jennings and Vega and Oakland doing all the damage again.
2-1. Here to Lamar. Takes a strike. 2-2.
And again, it goes back to, something we talked about in the first game of this doubleheader of that's the line of demarcation in the ACC. Are you able to execute in those moments, whether you're on the offensive side or the defensive side? And by and large, Duke has been the team more than any other that's been able to execute.
Grounded foul by Lamar. A dangerous team from top to bottom. Can get on base, can put pressure on you, and even when facing adversity, they have answered their call here this weekend against the Eagles. 2-2 as Konjorski fires, just misses outside.
I think the thing with Duke going forward, the offense is going to keep them in just about every single game. Cassidy Curd obviously is going to give them an opportunity to win almost any game she pitches in. What does the rest of the staff give them? I think that's maybe the one big question mark hanging over this Blue Devils team.
Hard hit, finds some space in right. Bunnell able to field it. Runner coming from second. Throw, not in time. Sliding in between the legs of Patak was Tyrena Jones. Another run across. It's a 6-run lead for the Blue Devils here in the 3rd.
Boy, if Bunnell just comes up with this ball a little bit cleaner, maybe she gets Jones at home. As it is, it's a good throw. Right on line, ability for Patak to make a tag. Jones, just a good slide, got in there quick, got the foot down.
KK Mathis, who's been an on-base machine throughout this series against Boston College. A pair of walks and a pair of runs scored here today. It's her second at-bat of the 3rd inning. Jaworski ahead, 0-1. A little late on that one, so an 0-2 count now to KK Mathis. Two walks today. And a pair of walks. Game 1 of the doubleheader, game 2 of the series. Waste pitch there for Konjorski. Runner at first base is Layla Lamar. Gabriella Shattuck waiting on deck. The 1-2. Off speed, stayed back on it. Konjorski on the run. Plays the pop-up. That's going to do it to end the 3rd inning. 7 runs across for the Blue Devils. 12 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They lead it 12-6 over Boston College. was greeted by Adriana Martinez with a home run in the second inning, but able to get a ground out to limit the run for Boston College to 5 runs in the bottom of the second. Eagles took a 6-5 lead, but 7 runs in the top of the third for the Blue Devils makes it 12-6 in favor of Duke. And now Jaquez will get her first full inning of work here to start the bottom of the third. She'll have Holly Paharic, Nicole Riddell, and Caitlin DeGear due up for the Eagles.
Well, bottom of the order for BC was able to be a bit effective the first time around. Riddell Bonnell had singles. Can they do it again? That's the big question.
Big swing and a miss by Paharic. Grounded out to second to end the first inning. Taking on Cassidy Curd, the starter. Oh, it's Jaquez who comes in relief. In there for a strike now 1-2 as Jaquez gets that one over the plate. Getting chillier here in Brighton. High temperatures of 53. Swing and a miss as Jaquez picks up her first strikeout. Paharic sat down via the K.
Well, at least through the first 2 innings, teams trading big blows at the plate. And sort of Duke got the biggest blow in the top half of this inning. Now does Boston College have any sort of response? You know, again, you're not going to get all 6 back in one swing of the bat, but you have to try to eat away as much as you can because you know that Duke isn't going to stop.
Riddell started the rally for the Eagles with a single in the second inning. Takes a strike here, evens the count at 1-1. Came around to score on the RBI single from Carly Bonnell. A 1-1 from Jaquez. Fouled out of play. 1-2 the count. Jaquez, an inning and a third of work against the Eagles. Gave up 1 hit. Gets another strikeout here on the swing and miss from Riddell. Back-to-back Ks for Larissa Jaquez.
Yeah, great job with the screwball there. Came in on the hands of the right-handed hitter. You'll see this one just kind of disappears. Riddell swings underneath it.
Caitlin DeGear. Had the sack bunt in the second inning. First pitch, a ball from Jaquez.
This would be huge for Jaquez to have a quick 1-2-3 inning. They'll send that lineup right back up to try to attack Kinjorski.
Just off the plate, falls behind 2-0. 3 scoreless outings in her last 5 appearances for Jaquez. And there for a strike, now 2-1 to DeGear. This one hard hit to right field. Lamar on the run, makes the catch in foul territory. A 1-2-3 inning for Larissa Jaquez and the Blue Devils. We go to the 4th with the Blue Devils leading 12-6 over Boston College here on ACC Network Extra.
games live or on demand all in one place.
Back in Brighton, 12-6 lead for the Duke University Blue Devils over Boston College. We head to the fourth inning. Bailey Konjorski returning to the circle for Boston College. We'll have Gabriella Shattuck, Jayla Stafford, and Adeline Matthews due up bottom of the order for the Blue Devils as Konjorski starts Shattuck off with a first pitch strike. 1 for 2 day for Shattuck today. Flew out to center field and singled and scored in the third inning. Oh, one's upstairs. Now 1-1 as Konjorski evens the count. Batting seventh is Shattuck, getting a third consecutive start at catcher. Sat back on this one. It's popped up in the infield. Espinoza coming over towards the second base bag to make the play in front of Caitlin DeGear, and one away here to start the fourth inning.
Nice job directing traffic there by Espinoza. Senior of the two middle infielders, so anything in between, you want somebody to be aggressive and make that call, and DeGear more than willing to let Espinoza have it.
So one down. Another one that's popped up by Stafford. This one to center field, and Riddell takes the play. 2 quick outs for Boston College.
You love that if you're Konjorski. First pitch swinging and get a soft pop-up.
Opportunity to try to get out of the fourth inning without seeing the top of the order. Adeline Matthews, a walk and a ground out here today. Inside on Matthews, first pitch ball. Third pitcher she has seen today, walked against Papillon and grounded out against Emily Van Cleef. The 1-0. Inside on the hands again and fouled away by Matthews.
That's tough. Not only is it in, but you're swinging late. Getting close to scraping the knuckles.
One where it's defensive, you just see it coming towards your body. Jaworski gets the pitch he wants. 1-1. Off speed inside. Now 2-1 to Adeline Matthews. Freshman who can catch and play outfield. One around, called a strike, so 2-2. Big series against UNC with a pair of hits. Got her swinging, couldn't hold up. Matthews down on strikes as Bailey Konjorski goes 1-2-3 in the fourth to keep the Duke bats quiet and keep this one a 6-run deficit for the Eagles. Konjorski picks up her first strikeout of the day. It's 12-6 Blue Devils. Boston College's Green Line rival that took down the Blue Devils twice this season in Boston University. Blue Devils lead the Eagles 12-6 here at the Harrington Athletics Village. I'm Luis Sanchez, joined alongside Ben Ultra. Happy to be with you here on ACC Network Extra. An excellent weekend of ACC softball, as this one's fouled into the netting by Bunnell. 1 for 1 today, Carly Bunnell with an RBI. Able to turn the lineup over in the second inning. Larissa Jaquez back out for the fourth inning. Off the plate, 1-1.
Yeah, when you really go back and sort of piece back that second inning for BC Lewis, you can argue Bunnell had, one of the biggest hits in the rally. DeGear had bunted Riddell over to third, and so for Bunnell, it was just, put the ball in play, allow the runner to score. And not only did she do that, but you put it back up the middle for a base hit, and that would eventually allow Knight, Patak, Martinez to bat in the inning. BC got some big runs with 2 outs.
Bunnell swings and misses. Third strikeout for Larissa Jaquez, as she gets Bunnell chasing here.
Well, obviously not an ideal start for Jaquez, giving up the home run to Martinez, but since then, she has been in control, mowing down hitters easy as you like.
At a season high, 7 strikeouts against Ohio State in the 6-3 victory against the Buckeyes. Horn bunts this one. Nicely done by Sammy Horn, but an excellent throw down to first by Gabriella Shattuck.
Well, Horn, I think, got some of what she wanted out of that. The ball died right out of the batter's box, but stayed in play. I think if it rolls maybe another foot up the first baseline, she's probably going to be able to beat that out. But Shattuck does a great job getting out from behind the plate quickly.
So 2 quick outs for Larissa Jaquez. She's retired the last 6 Eagles she has faced after that home run by Adriana Martinez. Emma Knight with a solo home run and a double and 2 RBIs. Now top 10 in single season RBIs in Boston College history. Lifts that one foul. Knight tied with Tori Spear and Chris Vicari with 38 RBIs, and her 12th home run now tied for 6th all-time in single season history and Boston College program history, as that one hit the scoreboard in left back in the first inning to get the Eagles on the board. This one opposite field, bounces past Lamar, and there goes Knight. She will stand at second with a 2-out double, a 3-for-3 day for Emma Knight.
I mean, I think at this point you gotta expect she's going to be under heavy consideration ACC All-Freshman team. Tough. When you have a program that's struggled as much as BC has this year in conference play, but I think if you're the coaches looking around, you say Emma Knight has been the Eagles' best player by and large the entire year.
Has now reached all 6 times in the 2 games today. 3-for-3 in game 1. Now 3-for-3 here in game 2 with a pair of RBIs. Abby Patak comes to the plate, 1-for-2 today. RBI single back in the second inning. Lays off that one, 1-1.
Another big spot for Patak. Seems like she's been in this situation, in this type of situation more often than not this entire series. Whether or not BC can string together a rally hinges on her.
This one hit hard to center field. Back is Jennings and makes the play in center as Patak flies out to end the 4th inning. The Eagles leave 1 on the bases. It's 12-6 Duke here in Brighton. 6-run lead for Duke as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Blue Devils showing off their power here in the series against the Eagles. Another 2-run home run for Jessica Oakland. Extra base hits for Oakland. Tyrena Jones, part of a big 7-run 3rd inning for the Blue Devils. I have to deal with Bailey Konjorski. First time the top of the order is going to see Konjorski here today. Deanna Jennings, Amina Vega, and Jessica Oakland due up for the Blue Devils. First pitch low to Jennings, who's reached all 3 times today with a pair of singles. Also has an RBI and a pair of stolen bases. Grounded foul. Jennings off to the races, trying to slap that one on. Konjorski's been solid since she's come on. Gave up the RBI double to Tyrena Jones and the single to Layla Lamar, but able to get out of the 3rd inning in a 1-2-3 4th for Konjorski. Sophomore from Savannah, Georgia. 1-1. This one's floated to left field, and just watching it bounce there was Sammy Horn. Throw to second. Espinosa's tag is just a little bit late. De Geer covering the bag as Jennings slides in with a leadoff double.
Another great example of how this Duke team does not yield an inch. You know, Jennings, confident that ball is going to drop in, never slows down around the base paths. Horn gets caught a little bit in between, still is able to get the throw on line, and then the sweep tag just not quite in time from De Geer. You could tell she was sort of searching for where Jennings was going to be, as opposed to just sort of swinging your arm back and picking a spot and hoping that she slides into it. Again, not sure that would have made a difference, but you know, not many hitters are thinking double out of the box on that kind of ball. You know, you'd be content when that drops in for a single.
Great speed for Jennings. Strike there by Konjorski. Makes it 1-1.
It's the kind of pressure this Duke team will put on you.
You said it immediately out of the box. Jennings knew she wanted to extend it to a double, but to get in safely just in time. Now Amina Vega with nobody out has a chance here with a runner in scoring position. Just off the plate. Jennings again trying to bait a throw from Abby Patak. So a 2-1 count. Konjorski on Amina Vega. Off speed, floated back out to center field. Back is Riddell, back and gone! Amina Vega tags Konjorski here in the top of the 5th inning. First home run of this one. And the Blue Devils lead it 14-6 here in Brighton.
Well, what a day for Vega. 5 runs driven in the first game, 4 in the back half of the doubleheader, a 9 RBI day. 2 of the best run-producing games all year long for the Blue Devils second baseman.
Had a home run in game 1, now a home run here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Been outstanding at the plate for the Blue Devils. 2 more runs across here in the top of the 5th. That one off contact just felt like it was going to stay up in the air for Riddell. Then just kept carrying out to center field.
Yeah, and especially with the breeze blowing in. You know, it's not strong wind, but thought it might knock it down, but that one had enough behind it to carry. And you know, maybe Riddell, if she had gotten back to the wall early enough, might have had a shot at trying to reach up and knock it down, but that's asking a lot of any outfielder.
Jessica Oakland, a triple shy of the cycle. Hits this one down the line and right. To the wall, Bunnell goes. Now checking on this one is Oakland as she stands up at second. 4 for 4 day for Jessica Oakland, and she continues to swing a hot bat.
No, she hit it too hard. If that ball had some, maybe a little more side spin on it and get all the way into the corner, she could have had 3.
She was also looking at it, which
Right.
coaches always tell you, don't look at it, just run.
Yeah.
Could have had a triple there as well, but she'll take 4 for 4 and being on base with no outs, and looks like the Eagles will make a change in the circle as Shannon McLeod will come in to pitch and relieve. Bailey Konjorski will tell you about Shannon McLeod when we come back here to Brighton. A 14-6 lead for the Blue Devils here on ACC Network Extra.
Now pitching for the Eagles.
$14-6 lead for the Blue Devils as they look for a sweep over Boston College here in ACC play. They'll have a new pitcher to face in Shannon McLeod. McLeod pitched in game 2 of the series against Duke before giving up some big hits in the 3rd inning. Going to relieve Bailey Konjorski here. And how about the series for Jessica Oakland? You mentioned earlier, hit the home run out to Oakland. Well, she is going to be a household name across the country with her production in this lineup for the Blue Devils. 4 for 4 day, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, and RBIs 8 for 8 across the 2 games here today.
I was going to say, yeah, 8 runs driven in and now a 9-game hit streak dating back to the end of the series against Virginia. And during that hit streak, all but 2 have been multi-hit games.
First pitch to Tyrena Jones, misses low.
So another hitter who's just really locked in right now for Duke. Had the big hit, obviously, in the midweek game against Tennessee. Big home run there, shown off the power again this weekend. And seems like everybody has been locked in for the Blue Devils.
Grounder in the hole. Espinoza fakes the throw. No real chance to get Tyrena Jones with her speed down the line, but keeps Oakland at second base.
Now back for the Blue Devils is number 7, Layla
Well,
Wilhelm.
for McLeod now, obviously it's been a busy weekend. You're just, again, just trying to find your way to outs here.
Layla Lamar takes the first pitch strike. Lamar has been on base machine as well. Picked up the RBI single in the 3rd inning. Part of 2 at-bats. She walked and scored and singled in the RBI in her 2 plate appearances in the 3rd.
Maybe the toughest part here for McLeod is this the 3rd time that she's thrown here against the Blue Devils in the weekend. So, you know, obviously it's the role she's in right now in terms of, you know, when games sort of get away a little bit from BC, but you're also trying to get out there and perform and try to limit this dangerous offense as best you can.
14 runs on 13 hits for the Blue Devils. Grounded towards second to Gear, just out of reach. Coming in to score is going to be Jones. Throws a little bit late and sliding into second. Out is Layla Lamar. Jones actually advances to 3rd. It's Oakland who scores from second. Blue Devils add a run, 15-6. Good throw down to second base to get the out.
9-2-6 on the putout. Interesting, because Knight lets that ball go through all the way to Patak, and that's a tough throw. Good slide, and nice tag applied there by Espinoza. Caught Lamar right on the top of the knee.
Hard hit to short. Espinoza only placed first base, scooped by Knight to get the out. Another run comes in as KK Mathis grounds out.
I said, just try to find your way to outs. McLeod's done that. You know, unfortunately give up a couple more runs in the process, but you know, similar to what happened with Van Cleef when she entered the game. She got outs, had to trade runs for it.
Shattuck first pitch strike. 1 for 3. Today is Gabriella Shattuck here in game 3 of the series. Singled and scored in the third. Actually, London Collins came into pinch run. Scored the run. The 0-1. Off the plate by McLeod. Temperatures down to the mid-40s here in Brighton. It's been a cloudy afternoon. This one hard hit, high fly ball to left. Horn looks back, it is gone! Gabriella Shattuck, have a weekend. Another home run for the catcher. 3 home run series for Gabriella Shattuck.
And the offense for Shattuck had been kind of isolated. Obviously had that one big game against UNC Wilmington with a pair of home runs in that one. And they're going to start using her a lot more often in this lineup, I think, if she keeps producing like this.
It's good weight sitting back on the breaking pitch from McLeod and takes this one yard here in Brighton. We talked about it. Freshman really making a case to push Kyrie Rodriguez. First pitch now to Jayla Stafford in the dirt. Stafford, lone player not to reach base for the Blue Devils today. 0 for 3. Hard hit to center. Back is Riddell, and this one's off the top of the wall. Stafford thought about 2, puts on the brakes. It's a long, hard hit single for Jayla Stafford, and she's aboard for the first time today.
We've seen a couple line drive home runs this series from Duke. That just misses being another one. It's maybe about a foot below the white line, right at the top of the 220 marker on that center field wall. Now, if that ball's hit any harder, it might just go through the wall.
Stafford at first now with 2 outs, and Adeline Matthews at the plate. Inside and low. 16 hits, 17 runs for the Blue Devils. 8 hits, 6 runs for the Eagles. BC took a 6-5 lead going into the 3rd inning, but since then, Duke has outscored them 12-0 to strike in by McLeod. Seven-run top of the 3rd, a 5-run top of the 5th. Grounded foul.
It's now 46 runs for Duke between the 3 games of the series.
They have dominated 3-game sets against Boston College. After Friday's victory, they had outscored Boston College 67-17. This one hard hit to right field. Back is Bunnell and makes the catch in right to end the inning. 9 up, 5 runs across, 17-6 lead for Duke going to the bottom of the 5th. Power to the weekend series here against Boston College, but the Eagles had a great response. Two-run home run by Adriana Martinez gave BC a 6-5 lead, but then a 7-run top of the third inning for the Blue Devils. Couple of doubles, couple of extra base hits, and a big swing of the bat by Tyrena Jones, and Jessica Oakland brought in some crucial runs as the Blue Devils also get a home run by Gabriella Shattuck to put this one out of reach. 17-6, and the Blue Devils 3 outs away from another run rule victory against the Eagles.
Again, goes back to the theme of the weekend for Duke, which is home runs. 4 yesterday, 4 in the first game of the doubleheader.
This one opposite field, carrying down the line, and foul.
3 more in this second game of the doubleheader. Well, that big third inning, well, there wasn't really the big back-breaking home run, but it was walk, walk, single, double, walk. You know, walks early on helped prolong that inning a little bit for Papillon and Van Cleef. And even with Kondrasky putting up that 0 in the 4th.
Martinez tags another one to deep center. Jennings is back and makes the play.
Jaquez has done a really nice job since coming in and quieting the BC bats. So they got it going early on against Curd.
Gave up the 2-run home run against Adriana Martinez, and then surrendered the double against Emma Knight. But those have been the only hits so far. Had a stretch there where she retired 6 straight. Has now retired 3 in a row, with Janice Espinoza coming to the plate.
And that double by Knight, the only hit Jaquez has allowed since the home run to the first batter she faced in Martinez.
Espinoza picked up a home run at the end of game 2. This one popped up to second, fielded by Vega. He goes down to their final out. And Holly Paharic will come to the plate 0 for 2 today.
Now batting for the Eagles is number 15, Holly Paharic.
2 down. First pitch in there for a strike here against Holly Paharic. Well, you mentioned this earlier, Ben. It's a quick turnaround as they'll take on Charlotte coming up on Tuesday, and then their final ACC series of the regular season against Clemson this coming weekend. Big swing and a miss as Paharic falls behind 0-2. Blue Devils with an opportunity to finish one of the top teams in the ACC. Jaquez, this one fouled away by Paharic.
You have to look ahead for BC. You know, the whole goal is trying to figure out a way to get to the ACC tournament. Obviously, the odds took a big hit after losing 2 out of 3 to Syracuse last weekend. Now, the math is still there, but it's going to take a big closing kick. You're going to have to probably win at least 4 out of the final 6, and that includes a home series against Florida State, which is going to be just as challenging as this series was against Duke, as an earlier series against Virginia Tech. That's another team that's loaded top to bottom. Great pitching, great hitting, great roster.
Another 0-2 for Paharic. Gets this one into center. Jennings, running catch. As Larissa Jaquez shuts the door on the Eagles. A 17-6 victory for the Duke Blue Devils. They come on the road here to Brighton and earn their 4th ACC series sweep of the season. And Duke, their bats came alive. 11 home runs in the series against Boston College. And from top to bottom in the lineup, got contributions from everybody.
Yeah, you can look at all starting 9 every single game and talk about how impressive they were at some point or another this weekend. But if you're going back and really looking for the true standouts, I think you have to start with Jess Oakland and what she did in terms of being able to show off the power, especially coming off that Tennessee game. And I think the other big one is Gabriella Shattuck. You talk about the ability to lengthen a lineup, power at the bottom of the lineup, and not just what she did at the plate, but her ability to handle the pitchers as well, because that's a huge part of it for Duke. And I thought the pitchers, aside from Curd, who you could argue might have been gassed after throwing 300 pitches over the better part of the last week, were pretty successful here and there. Very few bumps in the road. Jaquez, over the course of the weekend had a great outing. So, for Duke, very impressive. Boston College, I think the silver lining, didn't get shut out in any of the 3 games. So BC still getting the bats to fire up at points.
Duke outscores Boston College 34-10 in the doubleheader, 46-12 in the series. They sweep the Eagles on the road in Brighton. For our outstanding production crew here in Brighton, from our broadcast partner Ben Ultra, I'm Luis Sanchez saying so long from the Harrington Athletics Village, where Boston College falls to Duke 17-6. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, download the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.